Okay, when talking about art, you really need to talk about the elements of design. So, to begin our project, we're going to go over the elements of design, which sometimes are referred to as the E's and P's. Now, in elementary school, you went over one element and focused your projects on that specific element. In junior high, we're going to focus on all of them and then put them together and build off of them to create our projects. So this sheet you're going to have, and it goes over each element. So you have your element, so this is your term, and then it has a place for your definition, and then it has another spot for you to do just like a visual cue. So you can put like a little quick study that helps you remember what this represents. So if you're more of a visual learner, you can do a quick study here, and then you can refer back to this page. You'll have this throughout the project and throughout your class course to refer back to for all your critique sheets. So on the elements, and I sometimes refer to these as the E's and P's, so elements and principles, you have line, you have shape, you have form, you have color, texture, space, and the last one is value. Now, the first project we're going to do is going to be a poster that incorporates all these into one poster, and this poster you'll use throughout the class, and you can refer back to it also, and it's going to be an informative poster that you can use that puts it all together. So we're going to start out by thinking of a theme, because I don't want us to just slap everything on the page. I want it to have some structure to it. So we're going to start out with a blank piece of paper, and it can be vertical or horizontal. And we're going to do, first, we want to think about a theme. Now, a theme needs to be something that's going to give an overall unity to your piece. I don't just want it to be all over the place. I want it to have something that puts it all together. So I thought my theme would be a barnyard. I use this a lot with second graders. So first off, I'm going to do, since it's an outdoor theme, I'm going to do a horizon line. And that will take care of and I'm going to stop there because I want to add something to it since I'm drawing in marker. You guys will use pencil, of course, so you can erase. I'm going to not have an erasing capability, so I'm going to just leave that there. But I would do a horizon line that goes all the way across, and that will take care of my line. So I've already taken care of one element. So shape and form, those are two things that will work together for my next thing. Since I'm doing a barnyard, I'm going to do a barn. So I want to do form, which is something that's three-dimensional. So like in second grade, when we did our barns, I'm going to do a barn in perspective. So if you remember doing this in second grade, we'll do our barns. I may run out of space, so we'll see. May look a little wacky, but for the sake of our example. Now, that takes care of form because it's got a 3D look to it. Obviously, it's not 3D since it's a drawing, but it has a three-dimensional shape that has width, height, and depth. You can see that it would look like it would be in 3D. The next part is shape. Shape is an enclosed space limited to 2 dimensions. So, no. So this is a shape. This would be kind of a square. Or, since we're doing our barns, it's an X, which creates some triangles. So we've taken care of line, shape, form. Now I can go ahead and continue my horizon line across. So we have 3 of our elements: line, shape, and form already done on our poster. Now, color we can take care of as we go. texture, space, and value. Now, since this is a poster, we're going to want to think about where we're going to put our terms and where we're going to put our title. So we need to leave some spaces. I figured put our driveway here. Then we can leave a little space here to put like elements of design. I'm going to actually go in. You could go online, find some fonts or something and do like a fancy, maybe like a barnyard type of font here or something to make this look fancy. But you'll go in and write elements of design there. Then you will have each thing as you go, you're going to do a label. So this is my line. So I would do line here. You can do a little line to it. Then you're also going to do the term. So you would list out in writing like the definition of line. So this would be the definition. So the path, however you would do it there. Then same thing. I would go here. I would do my shape with my term. I would do form here, and so on. So we've got 3 more things. We can worry about color anywhere. You know, I could do a red barn. So I could do, you know, let's see right here, color, and color my barn red. And do, there you go, color, you know, my barn red here. I could do, let's see, space and value. There's something that kind of are more detailed. So I'll go into their texture. Let's see, I could do, put a window in my barn. Oops, can you see that? Then I could actually do like an old wood barn. And I could do like some old wood texture and draw that in. And that would take care of my texture. Get my term in there. Okay. Now space. Space is a little more complex. Space is the area or distance between, around, or within an artwork. Middle, foreground, background. How that works is you need to have something in the front, middle, foreground, middle ground, and then background. So on our picture, we need to do something in the front. So let's do a quick pig. Very quick. So he is in the front. So we're going to have a foreground. Then we have middle, because we have pig in the front. He's overlapping. He'd be overlapping my driveway. Middle ground. Middle ground would be the stuff in the middle, the barn, the pasture. Then background would be, let's do some windbreak shrubs. Trees in the background. So background. Front, middle, background. That would be space. Middle, foreground, background. So we have space in there. So we have line, shape. Line is our horizon line. Shape is our barn door. Form is our barn. Color, we're going to color it all. Texture, we have the texture on the wood. Space, we have the middle, foreground, background, and value. Value is the lightness or darkness of an image. So, example of value. You have a color, you have lights and darks of that color. So on my example, I could go in with my trees and I could take some darks and light greens. And like from far away, you can have like medium, dark, and light green. So I could go in and do one tree in the light, and I'm doing this really quick. The next tree in the medium. And that looks darker than what it was. I'd check that out first. And then the background tree in the super dark. And that would give you my value. So, value. So, I have, and again, you would color the whole thing. Once you have it drawn, you would go in, you do your title, make sure you have like nice font, you check your spelling. I would do it all in pencil. You would go in and make sure you had all your terms. I go in and compare it. I go in, maybe do your check sheet, compare it, make sure you have your term, make sure you have your definition, make sure you have your title. Go in, double check, make sure you filled your space. Is there something going on? This isn't all filled here. Maybe I could put another animal in here, maybe a smaller one, maybe give the pig a friend. Whatever the case may be, then I'd go ahead and definitely write my name because I want my credit for this project, and then I would turn it in.